And if that wasn't enough, you can also remove, again like on the real one, the charging handle. So push this one button down, and here you have your charging handle. This serves to, on the real steel version, you need to do this in order to remove the bolt. So you take out the charging handle, then open here, the upper comes upwards, just like an M4, and then bend your gun backwards and the bolt just comes out. Simple affair. And again here I have the real bolt, and as you can see the charging handle isn't quite the same. You can see the difference here, but the mechanism to remove it, it's the same. Push down here, and there you have your charging handle, and then the bolt comes out. Oh, and whoops. Actually, I'll show you that later, but the bolt on the G&G version replicates quite nicely the real one, which means it's not just a plate like on the M4 AGs or AKs. It's actually a whole block, just like you've seen on the real bolt, except it doesn't have the extractor or the fire. It doesn't house the firing pin or anything. But it's just nice to know that it's not just a plate, but a whole block of aluminum, I guess. And again, this is just good on the part. It's excellent on the part of G&G to have done this. So again, excellent work. So to put this back here, push down, insert your, I'm sorry, this is actually harder than, oh, there we go. And then do this to ensure it's actually sitting, it's retained by this button. Easy as that. Before I move to the front portion of this weapon, there's still some things I have to show you. First, the top rail here, I've not bought it separately. It comes with the gun, which is excellent, because I like to, on such a small weapon, I think it's obvious you're going to need to have an optical sight, like a EOTech or an aimpoint or whatever, but something to help you acquire your target quickly. It's not that it's not easy with the iron sights, but it just goes faster, you know. And speaking of the sights, here again, great job G&G, I love it. They replicated the markings that are on the real one. So this big wheel here, this dial here, is to adjust your rear sight in windage. And here you find pretty much the same thing. This little screw here, this is for elevation. And you have 4 different apertures with this drum type rear sight. And there are the numbers too. So let me try to show you. So this is 1. It's for CQB or night fight, because you have those dots here. Then you have 2, and all the way to 4, which is the smallest and for the farthest distance. I like to use 2, but actually I use an EOTech with this. And now we can move forward. So this is the first con, I would say, on this gun. First off, to remove this pin here, it's not as easy on the real one. This is just because I think there's some material that's holding the pin present on the handguard. Let me show you. Oh, it's coming quite... there, it's blocked. And oh well, what do you know? I actually taken it off without any assistance of another tool, but I think it has worked itself in. So at first, so this is a pin from the real rifle. I just borrowed it because I'm not using my real steel weapon right now. So I put it on this to see if it's easier to install and to remove it, and it's actually easier, but the pin you get with your G&G rifle is actually the same. It's just black, and you have these prongs here that go in and out. So let me adjust the focus here. So when you push here, this is what retains the pin to the body. Right. Now that you have removed the pin, you can tilt the lower handguard back, and this allows you to open it. And it reveals this small, very small battery compartment, and that's an issue on every SIG rifle. I mean every SIG 552 rifle. I know. The battery space is very limited at best. And here you have a fuse, which I will remove and put the MOSFET I show you at the start of the video, which includes a fuse, so you don't need this one. And something really odd here is the battery connector. Yes, as you can see, let me focus here. No, the other way. Alright. It's a large type, and you can only house a mini type battery here, or a LiPo. I have yet to find the LiPo battery that will fit in here, but I think I found something, and it's on Elite Airsoft batteries. You can pretty much find something that will fit, and I will provide the link to this shop in the video description. Very good service. The owner of the shop responds to your emails quickly, and it's just a very good shop. It has all types of batteries that will fit in your gun, so you should find something that suits your needs there. So the only choices you have is rather a mini type battery, but not the traditional mini type NiCad or nickel cadmium or nickel metal hydride battery, because they will not fit inside. I've not tried actually, but I can tell just by seeing it. There's no way you can put this type of battery inside. So you can only go with LiPos, either a 2-element very slim one like the Kong Power batteries, or one single pack, mini pack that you will need to sit vertically here. Unfortunately, I don't have one here to show you. Or yes, wait. Alright, so I'm back with 2 types of batteries I've ordered at Elite Airsoft Batteries. Here you can see the logo. And of course I've not ordered this for this rifle because it's too big, and I thought this would go, but even this one, it just doesn't sit inside. It's too thick to fit. And what I suggest is getting this type, but only one nut, not 2, 1. And I guess that I have not ordered them yet. I have to, but I think that if you only have one here sitting like this should do. But take nothing bigger than this, because otherwise you're doomed. You won't be able to fit anything else than this. And then, you know, you have to deal with the balancer tab, balancer plug, I mean, the connector, and I have to find a way to cram all this into the handguard. But this is just to show you it's a really annoying point. So now you know what you have to expect in terms of battery space and what kind of battery you have to get for this rifle. You could also go with a pack box, I mean a PQ, because you have a rail mounted here. This comes with the rifle. Not sure if it's mounted on this side or the other, I don't remember, but whatever. There's only one. It's metal, and you could attach your PQ box here, but personally I don't like it. I want to keep the rifle with its looks as simple as possible, which means no lamp or nothing sticking out of the rifle. I mean, a flashlight, yes, why not? Because if I take this into a night battle, I might need one. So I also tried and fit the MOSFET. It actually fits here, so I guess this will not be an issue, but just the battery, you have to look for this to get a correct one. Alright, let's put this back together. First put the upper handguard and then the lower portion. Nothing hard. There we go. Also, you probably noticed, but there's a bottom rail, and this is very great because I think it's better for such a short weapon to have it as stable as you can, and even more so when you fold the stock to get around corners. I've seen some people that tell you that you can use the stock here as a vertical grip, but I don't like it. I prefer to have an actual foregrip here, and you're set to... Actually, just let me get a screwdriver and I will show you how it looks. And there it is. Almost the same color as the green furniture. That's excellent. And to me, it's the best looking foregrip you can have for this rifle. I don't like the longer ones. I think this one is just perfect, but that's me. So if you want to get another one, go ahead and you can show me how it looks, but as soon as I've seen this one, I knew it was the best looking. In fact, I'm not disappointed. It looks just like I imagined. Okay, one or two more things before we move on to the internals of this gun. Here's your front sight, which is adjustable, but just in windage. You have to put an Allen key here in order to make it move from left to right. Also, the flip up night or slash CQB sight, which has a dot here, and it's easy to flip up and flip down. At first it's a little stiff when you get this gun new, but after some time it works itself in and you can just... oh, alright, there we go. It's blocked. Alright, for some reason I have some difficulty to flip it down, but there we go. Then here, this is also, it serves no purpose on the replica, but on the real one you can twist this like this, like that. On the real version it serves to regulate the gas, but here it serves no purpose. It's just to recreate again a feature that is present on the real steel version, which is a nice feature. You can also remove it, just like on the real one. You have to, let me get this thing closer. You have to push this knob here, like so, and this comes off. Same thing as the real one, where on the real one here you will have your gas tube and everything that's in there. I'll show you that in a minute. Just let me put this back. Alright, we're set. Also here you will this thing on the real one would move, but here it doesn't. Even if you push this knob here inside, it just doesn't move. But it's already a great feature to have this working, even if it's for looks, but does nothing to the performance of the rifle. And here you have the traditional protective cap that goes on the flash hider, and I personally don't like this flash hider, but it's okay. Since it's present on the real one, I'm keeping this one. It just does nothing if you change it, except for the looks, but this is the one you get. Underneath you have the screw here, which you can unscrew, and then it reveals, as on many other AGs, a 14mm counterclockwise thread in order to attach a silencer or another flash hider. And this thing right here, it's the bayonet lug. I have not tried to attach a bayonet to it, but it's shaped in the same way as the real version. Let me show you that. See? Exactly the same thing. Also the gas regulator here twists and lock. You can remove it. It's slightly longer. And here you have you can see the gas tube. The gas tube is actually this part here. You can see through the vents. But this is what houses the recoil spring. It's attached to the bolt here with the charging handle, and you can also twist this. See here, and then you can take off the whole gas tube assembly, but I'm not going to do this right now. Alright. Okay, so that's about it for the externals of this rifle. So really great, almost 100%, the same thing as the real one. Oh, and I forgot to mention, on the other side you have your sling attachments right here and there. I think a 1-point sling is enough for this rifle because it's not that heavy, so you can carry it like an M4 and okay, so now let's go ahead and take this rifle apart. So the first thing you need to do is, of course, check there's no battery inside. This is the case. Remove the magazine, and this is really simple. Push the pin out, the front pin out, just this. And you can remove the handguard, but it's not necessary. But I like to do it. And that's all. Then grab a hammer, like this one, and you don't need to unscrew anything. This is really great. It doesn't have the quick disassembly button on the ICS, and I give ICS credit for this because it's easier done on the ICS, I believe, than here. But I guess here it's when the condition of the gun is new, it's quite hard to take it apart. So right now, since it's only the second time I'm disassembling this rifle, it might need a little help. So alright. So here's your lower receiver with the gearbox, and you can dispose of the upper. So as you can see here, I think you've seen that there was no wires in the way when I took this apart. It's because there are two plates here. You can see them here and there that make contact with the upper receiver, and as you can see, the other contacts are here, there, next to the hop-up unit. Right, now for the gearbox removal. I've never done it, so I'll do it here on live TV, and let's hope nothing goes wrong. So I think I'm going to fold the stock here and grab my case with all the tools I need. Before we get to the gearbox, I talked to you before of the bolt, and here it is. So you have to remove this spring here, just push forward and lift it up. So there's your recoil spring that comes out. Then you see it's coming loose, but I can't go any further because of the charging handle.